It's 2 o'clock in Eastern time zone right now, where we are speaking from our head offices. We'll give just 2 more minutes to the participants to join the link. This may be a new interface for some of the participants. We are using Zoho webinars. In the meantime, we will request participants to click on the polls if they can get some questions answered and provide some information about themselves. And yes, I see the participants are joining: Amy, Williams, Arthi, Galina, Kathleen, Melissa, Michelle. Welcome. So this is a one-way webinar. So we will be speaking. We will not be able to hear the participants, but you're most welcome to type in your questions into the chat, and we will get all of the questions answered either by the end of the session or during the session if we take small breaks in between the sessions. So it is 2:02 in Eastern time zone, and I think we can kick off the call. So first of all, welcome to all of the participants who have joined the session. You are spending your precious time with us to listen to us. We are really thankful to you. Today's session is about mobile applications, building the mobile apps. If you're already building the mobile apps, or if you are new to building the mobile apps and you're interested to build a mobile app, we will give you the insights of all of the details about how to build the mobile apps. So before we go into the details, let me introduce myself and the team which we are going to present today. My name is Satinder Sidhu. I am a developer by heart. I'm programming for last 20 years. I am also the director of this company, which is our dream company, because I love coding and helping people to run their business. Along with me, I also have Nidhi Rana and Avinash, who are co-supporting me today to present this webinar. Nidhi, you want to introduce your team?
Thank you, sir. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. This is Nidhi here, business analyst at KITLabs. We have Avinash with us. We both are from a business team, and our main goal is to succeed the projects of our clients. And we're very happy to have you in our webinar. So please proceed with this, sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nidhi. So the agenda for today, what we are going to talk today, we may not need the full hour, and we are going to keep it very practical so that we can, answer your questions and you feel that you accomplished, from this webinar. We'll talk about who we are, and then we'll talk about why do you even need a mobile app. Maybe you don't need a mobile app. Then we'll talk about what it takes to make a mobile app, and then we'll talk about how do we do it. Means what is our process from the technology side and the operational side, like how do we do it. And then we'll talk about the costing, which is the question which we mostly get from the customers, and then how to get started. And at the end, we will have the question and answer sessions. But please, during the session also, I will request all of the participants to drop your questions in the chat. If you are new to this platform, the webinar platform, you will find the chat section in the bottom section and in the middle section. If you feel that your question needs immediate attention, you can also raise your hand, and we'll try to answer your question during the discussion also. Otherwise, we will definitely get your questions by the end of this session. So A bit about ourselves, who we are. So we are a mobile app development company right here in United States, New Jersey. We are in Eastern Time Zone. We specialize building the mobile apps for to be deployed on Apple Store or iOS Store. We also do the web apps, means we just don't do the websites, we do the complex apps and the system. Along with that, we do complete end-to-end solutions. We help you taking your requirements and building the prototypes and making an MVP, and then finally deploying those web apps to the Apple Store and Android Store along with the backend. And we will go into all of the detail as we speak. How do we do it, and how do we work with you? Um, we have finished several apps. Most of the apps are on customers' own Apple Store and Android Store, but many apps are on our store also. Please, you can check our detailed portfolio on KITLabs.us portfolio. And we have done apps for various platforms. Whether you are a corporate, or you are an entrepreneur, or you are having running a small business shop, we have solution for all of you. We make completely native, brand new apps. We don't use any existing like templates and that kind of a stuff. We listen to you. We customize these apps according to your idea, according to whatever is your goal in building the app process. So first of all, why do you even need a mobile app? It may be possible that there are many alternative solutions. You can make a website, and your customers can come to the website and do all of that stuff. There's a PWA, progressive web apps also. I'm sure you must have done some research on these topics, that you don't need to make a mobile app, but you can open a website which will give you like a similar experience, and you can pinpoint into your mobile app, and you can use some of the out of the box solutions also. But why do you even need a mobile app to do that? So what we have found, that number one, there are a lot of mobile users. Instead of sitting in front of a laptop, everyone is carrying a very high compute in their pocket all the time. They can very easily open it up, and they can get access to any of the stuff, any of the business. And it is rising. It is going up and up. So there are many reasons. If you Google why do I need a mobile app, you will see like pre-defined content for that. But based on our experience, what we have spoken to our customers and found out how mobile apps are actually helping them, and why do they actually did need it. If you have a business and your users are mostly on the mobile phone, then definitely it makes a lot of sense to actually have a mobile app for them, so it is much easy for them to interact with you. They don't need to always open the website, type in the username, password, and then spend 4 or 5 clicks and a couple of seconds to get into that. So one of the example we recently did is, we are working with a very big salon company to create a mobile app for their salons, because if you are going to salons, you are must be a recurring customer, and you go to same salons all the time. You always want to check the schedule. You want to find some time slots. It's so easy. You open up the app, and then you can immediately see if there is any slots available, and you can immediately book the session for you. You also want to increase the engagement, and you want the repeat customer. If the same customers are coming again and again, to your business, you want to make it easy for them to get access to your services. You don't want them to give a hassle of logging in, logging out, and all those credentials for all that kind of stuff. A recent example is, we just finished another mobile app for a caregiving business, where you know in the adult daycare, and when people are taking care of the older people from home, and there are multiple people taking care of them home, the family, brother and sister, or husband, wife taking care of their parents. They can very easily access the schedule, what medicine to provide to them, and when to take them to the doctor. It's so easy to access and share those platforms. If you are an innovative person, you have your own idea and you want to differentiate, you want to stand out of the crowd to to showcase your idea. In those scenarios also you need a mobile app. A recent example is we recently finished another project for a trucking industry, very unique concept that trucking needs license to move from one state to another state, and very easily they can provide their information and they can get access to various states, how much it will cost to go into the each state and how much it will cost for them. So I will take a quick pause, and if there is any question to see that, yes, definitely. We will. I see that there is a question for the recording, but we will definitely provide the recording after the webinar also. Cool, definitely. Cool, awesome. Uh, Okay, cool. So what it takes to make a mobile app. So you already thought about it that, okay, yes, you need a mobile app. Website itself is not enough. Now, what it takes to, maybe mobile app. So there are a couple of decisions which you have to finalize before you can actually come to the conclusion that you want to create a mobile app. You may be hearing about I should make a hybrid app, cross-platform app, native app. Which one is best? We recommend native apps because they are much faster. They're very easy for customers to, they're very easy on customers' operating system phones. No memory issues and don't kill the battery life. Cross-platform seems very promising, cheap solution for building the mobile app, but it is very hard to scale them when you have invested a lot of money into the apps, because in cross-platform you write the code once to write the app, but you still have to deploy those apps separately on different stores on the Google platform or on the Apple platform. But we will still work with you if you have any, if you want to need any suggestions or recommendations in taking these decisions. Then you also want to find out where is your audience. Do you think that your audience is more on Android phone or they are iPhone users? We have seen a mix of user base in the United States and across the world also. So sometime our customer do some study based upon, if you already have a website, from the website we can analyze how many people are coming from Android or iOS, or which platform, or maybe you want to make for both of those platforms in the beginning, right? So that is also one of the decision you need to make that. Then how much is your budget? This is, I think, the most important thing. Whatever it cost, it cost. So if the project is going to spend a lot of money, it may spend a lot of money. But how much you want to spend in the beginning to uh, prove your idea and bring something to your customers in the beginning, and then you can build on top of it. We'll speak about building a minimum, viable product also. And yes, so when we are building a minimal viable product, we want to start right. You don't want to start building a system which is not scalable. And when I say scalable, means like in the top example, if you see that you don't want to build into those parts which you cannot integrate. You want to have a working product very first time, and then you add on top of that. A big example is an iPhone, right? When in 2006 they released iPhone, it was the first version. They didn't had like a pro version at that time. Apple didn't wait for 16 years to start with iPhone 16. They started with the first version, and then every year they keep building on top of it. And that's how most of the projects and most of the systems are. You start with the core functionality first. You provide the core functionality for the user to make their life easy. And then on top of that, you keep adding more functionality based upon what is giving the more revenue, what is providing the more revenue to the customers for that. Cool. And eventually, once you are decided, done with all of those ideas, you need a very good team. And this is not a one-man show. Um, you may be looking at Upwork, Fiverr, that okay, somebody can build an app for like $100. Yeah, we have so many customers who come to us like after spending, I will say, wasting money from these on other platforms, because it is not a one-man show. We need a dedicated app designer who can understand the color concept, color styling, and design the screens according to your brand. Then we need a dedicated people for Apple platform, for Android platform, and building the back end, the web APIs. We do complete end-to-end solutions, right? So we will build the back end for you also, where you can check how many people have actually signed up, what they are doing, their tracking, their order, and we'll go into the short demo also. And before we actually ship out the product, it has to be tested. um, to err is human. Like even we are not gods, right? There are bugs when we are building things. There definitely there will be some issues. But before we actually ship it out, we want to catch them and we want to fix that. So there is a dedicated quality insurance people whose job is just to break the code, whose job is to break the code and check all the scenarios to make sure that the system is working as expected. And to manage all of these people and manage the requirement and timeline and the solution, we also add a scrum master and the technical architect on the solution, whose job is to make sure that the found, just like we planned, we are going accordingly. We are not changing the stuff on the fly, and we are not patching the thing, so at the end of the day, you don't get like bits and pieces. You need the full product. And we assemble this team per project. For each of these projects, we assemble the team. uh, Various team members come into the project. They participate for these projects. So let's talk about a bit how do we make the mobile apps, right? So will speak into two parts. First, we'll talk about from the technical point of view, what it takes to make the mobile app, and then we'll go in the process wise, like what is the process to make a mobile app. So from technical point of view, first of all, you definitely need to have an Apple Store account. On iOS store, it costs you $100 a year plus taxes, like 107 or 108, based upon wherever you are. In New Jersey, it is like a 7%. So that is a yearly cost which you pay to them. Along with that, you also need a Google Store account, which is $25 for the lifetime. And then you need a backend. You need web server. It could be AWS, GoDaddy, or whatever is your choice where you want to keep that. And these are the things, that's where the mobile users get access from these stores and the backend. And from the admin web app, you can control and you can manage your app. You can see how people are interacting with your app and interacting with your system. If you already have a website, or if you already have a system or CRM, we can do the integration with that also. So now we'll go into a little bit of more detail. How do we start from the start to end? And I will request Nidhi to go from here.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So when you decided that you want to build a mobile app, so you need to understand what are the process that you will go through, what are the stages that you need to understand well in a working with any mobile app development company. So these are some 6 steps that you need to work with. So very first step is a planning and analysis phase. So what happens when any business analyst or a business development team approach you? So they understand what are your requirements in detail. So as we also have a poll here and we ask you question, do you have a prototypes? Do you have a website for your business? So understanding your requirements and then deciding what will be good for you, what will be the features you want for the mobile application. And after gathering all those requirements, then we decided to move to the further step, that is the designing process. So once we have your vision for your mobile app, we start designing your mobile application. And when we design a mobile application, we do the weekly meetings with you, so where you have to understand your vision, that it is going as per your needs. And then we have a development where the core coding and integration works. And as Sindha said, that we have testing, and then the deployment and maintenance support. Now let's understand these steps in more detail with the next slide. So as I said, the very first step is to gather a requirements. So these are the documents that we created. If you're working with any mobile app development company, these are the documents you will receive from a business analyst, with having complete details of your mobile application, containing all the features, all the flow diagrams, how your app will be working, and what are your requirements, what are your responsibilities as a client in this process, is to have a discovery sessions with the team to understand that are they understanding your requirements. And once we had your requirements, we sign a contract, and then we proceed with another step. Next slide. That is a mobile app design. You can see the images here. These are the wireframes. Now, this is how we created an initial design for your mobile designs: wireframes, mockups, and then prototypes. So this is how you will also get an idea that this is how your mobile application will look like. So as a client, your responsibility is to have a weekly meetings with us, with with the team, with the mobile app team, to know. And now the third step is the main development step. So here the developers will start now the coding on your mobile app. Again, you have to provide them a any third party integration if it has, or any API access you have to give to the team, and the team will be continuing working on the development part. Another. Then we'll have a testing and QA bugging fixing, because what happened is that while working on a development part, we have errors in our coding, we have errors. Even you will get a chance to, we will provide you test flights where you will get a chance to test your mobile application by your own. And when if while testing you get any error, you can talk to the team that this is the error I'm getting, and then team will fix that error. So this is how the testing part will work. And the final is that the deployment part. Now in a deployment part, when a testing is done, we have done development testing, and now we know that our application is done. Now it's a time to deploy it on the Apple Store or Google Play Store. So we now put our apps for the launch. So as a client, your main responsibility here is to provide the developer accounts to the developers. That is mainly includes your Google Play Store account or your Apple account, and then we put your app on these platforms when users start using it. And this is the step. It is a maintenance and post launch support. So what happened is we have a clients who already have built their apps with us, have launched their web apps on the Google app, Google Play Store and Apple Store. But after some time, you need a maintenance to your app also, because the updates, you know that Apple is updating the versions. Updates has been happening continuously. So for that, post launch support also provided. What is that you can ask your query if any error is coming into your app, just as a ticket. You can raise a ticket on a platform. You can also see on the right side, you can create a ticket. You can put, okay, this is the error I'm getting, this is a change I want, and we will provide you with that change. This is how post support also works. Now, I have a live demo recorded for you so that you can get an idea. Then when you have an app, now you are an owner of your company. You know that you have to work with the various users. You have to add users to your system. So for that also you have a backend, that is an admin backend. You can see that you have, this is for the fitness, this for the fitness mobile application. Now they can see, they can add memberships, they can manage workouts, everything they can do as an admin, as an owner, they can manage everything. So mobile app will be working for the front end user, but you have a backend where you are managing your whole mobile application. You can see, you can manage everything, notifications, users, even a messaging if it is happening on your app. So you can do the interaction with their users also. So this is how the process works, and this is how the backend looks like.
Thanks, Nidhi.
Next.
Thank you so much. Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks. So let's talk about the engagement model and how much does it cost to build the mobile app. So we have two engagement models. One is the fixed cost, and the another one is time and material. And we have both kind of a customers, and it depends what is your scenario and how do you want to use it. In a fixed cost scenario, what we do, we talk with you, we listen to your requirement, we go through all of the requirements, and then we give you some estimates based upon what is your budget. We give you some estimate that, okay, it will cost like 3 months, it will take X number of grants to do it. We split the payments into bi-monthly or monthly based upon whatever is easy for you to provide, and then we start working on that project. In time and material, we have customers, mostly the corporate companies. They don't have the full requirements created yet, but they know something to start with. So we provide the full team access also, that okay, in the beginning first month maybe you just need the design team, right? So just need the design team to work on the prototypes. Okay, now designs are ready, now we want to start working on these two features. We only will start with the Android or iOS, then you can get only the Android or iOS users also. So we can talk to you, we can plan out, we can find out what is the best uh, value for money in your scenarios, in your situation, because every customer is different, every project is different, every customer is different, and your situation is different. But it is best to talk to us, and then we can provide you the scenario, whatever works best for you. But just to give some idea, like some hard numbers, how much it actually cost. So these are the some numbers actually. So we have broken down into some categories. Minimum, you can't go below like 5 grand. That is the minimum. It's a simple app. So we have put three categories: simple app, medium, complex, and another pro category which we didn't put it on here. Simple app, it means it takes like 8 weeks to 3 weeks, like somewhere between 2 to 3 months, and you have a basic functionality. You get log in, log out. You have dashboards, you have a couple of screens, and you can get the basic things done. Then if you have more functionalities, for example, you also want to have the payment integrated, you want to have some in-app purchases, you may want to have the Google Maps functionality also. That falls into like medium complexity, and it will take more time, maybe 3 months to 4 months or 5 months. That then the budget goes a little higher on that. These are some estimates based upon the projects which we have done so far, but we can give you the exact detail, like where you actually fall based upon your project requirement. The way costing work is, means eventually behind the scenes for us it is a time and material, right? Like how much how many team members are working on the project, and based on how much it's costing. But how do we keep it low is by maximizing the team's productivity. And we can maximize the team's productivity by do a lot of planning and the requirement gathering in the beginning. That's where our business analyst team plays a very major important role. As much we know in the advance, it is better to build the system. It is just like you are building a house, and halfway through, once you got all the approvals from the town, and halfway through you have decided that I want to add another bathroom, it will be much it will be actually become expensive for everyone to add the bathroom afterwards versus thinking before, when you are designing that stuff. So we spend time on planning, more we spend more time on planning, so that we can keep the cost low for our customers. So, and then how to get started, means with all of this detail, how to get started. So you can set up a free discovery session with that. It doesn't cost anything. If you want to sign an NDA, we have non-disclosure agreement also, means our legal team can work with you. If you have your own templates which you want to send, or we have the standard templates we can send with you. All of the information of all of the customer is completely confidential with us. We only share the project success with publicly with the public after our customer actually goes live, and only with their approvals also. All of the code belongs to you. All of the IPs, all of the copyrights on all of the code and all of the concept, that all belongs to you. We do not leverage any of the existing stuff in the new apps. However, we have developed our own libraries and our own code bases for certain functionality. For example, like a login, log out, integration with like Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, those kind of libraries we have created on our own to expedite the overall delivery process. But everything else is completely confidential for all of the customers here. So we will follow up with the email also with all of you to provide the full detail about the next steps. But if you want to take the screenshots and do this QR code to book some time with us, we will be very happy to help you over there. So we're just assembling the questions from the chat, and we are going to go through those questions in a minute. Sure. Yeah, I think we can go through the questions now. Nidhi, can you help me going through the questions, and I can answer those questions?
Sure. We have a question regarding the NDA. Can I have my own NDA?
Yes, definitely. If you have your own NDA, we can work with that. You can send that NDA to us, and we can sign that NDA. We'll just go through the your template and any wording you have. We are in New Jersey, so we just want to make sure that we abide by all of the laws which we have in New Jersey here.
And we have the more questions regarding the designs. So the question is, can I do my own designs? So can I bring my own designs?
Yes, definitely. So if you are already in the process of building a mobile app and you have already started creating the prototypes and designs, definitely please bring them. And actually, it will save you some money with us also, because you have already done the hard part. However, we will still review those designs and will make sure that these designs are feasible to be implemented in the app. But it is, yes, it is. It's very nice to bring them.
And the one question is regarding the iOS store. Can you help me doing iOS store? The questions regarding the iOS developer account maybe. Yes, the iOS store.
Yes, definitely. So, like I mentioned in the beginning, we help end to end. So you have to create the Apple Store account and the Google Play Store account, because eventually you will be the admin. It has to be your email address, but we will guide you through the process how to do that. If you go to our website on kitlabs.us, you will see in the resource section, we have a lot of guidelines provided over there, how to go through these steps.
Someone is asking regarding the portfolio links.
Yes,
portfolio.
yes, definitely. Portfolio link is I can share that in the chat, the portfolio link. Yes, do we have more questions, Nidhi?
Yes, yes. We have a question regarding our time zone, which time zone we work in.
So we are in Eastern time zone here. So right now it is 2:45. Um, our development team is also in India. So their time zone is they're 10 hours, 10 and a half hours behind us. So mostly we will have the meetings in the morning, but you don't need to wake up like, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock to do the meetings. I am here in United States in New Jersey. I will be the point of contact for you to speaking. I'm the technical architect. I play a role of designing all of these systems myself. We work in Eastern time zone, but mostly the morning. Anyone like your morning like 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock is our most prestigious time to talk with our customers for the regular meetings.
And we have a question regarding the payments also. Can we build the mobile app in 5,000 as mentioned dollar?
Yes, definitely. I think we spoke about, different pricing plans. So if you have more functionality and you are limited on the budget, maybe we can talk with you and we can differentiate, okay, what functionality is nice to have and what functionality is must have. So there are a couple of ways to cut down the budget. So maybe you want to hold on to the nice to have functionality and work on the must have functionality. And once you have started generating the revenue from your app, then you can, spend your money on the other functionality also.
The last question we have here is how long it takes to complete an app.
At minimum 2 months, uh, at least 2 months at minimum, because we need time to understand the project, plan out the various screens, how it will work behind the scenes, how it will interact with the back end. And you also need some time to set up Apple Store account, Google Play Store account. So there's a bit of process of doing all of these things, but we work with you on all of these all of these steps to make sure that we can get accomplished on time. Cool, awesome. So if there is no more question, we have a freebie gift for all of the participants who have joined. This is our own digital card app where you can share your digital business card at no cost. If you go to any of the networking events or you meet other people, you can access it over there. We will also send this one in the follow-up email with you also. And with that, we will just say thanks to everyone who took the time today to join the session and learn about the mobile application process. We will follow up with the team to see how can we help all of you. But I will recommend that please book some time with us. Once you go to the booking page, you will see some option. Do you want to do the prototype or do you want to do the discovery session, so that we can bring the appropriate team to work with you. But we want to work with all of you, and we want to hear about the innovative ideas from everyone, and we want to convert your vision into the reality. And we just love working with the our customers, and we want to make sure they are successful. So once again, I will say thank you so much everyone, and you have a great rest of the week ahead. I will just stay online. The entire team, we will stay online for a couple of more minutes off camera. If there is any question coming over the chat, so that we can answer that question. But please feel free to drop any question. Otherwise, I think have a great weekend over here. Thank you so much.